seen anything like that. No. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going to the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and like spots. Sure, we talk sports, but we also talk about the spots. As in, I've got a bunch of spots on my penis.
Okay.
So I must have contracted the measles, David.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Roy Harter.
Yep.
And without further ado,
Yeah.
here's your host, Mr. Eastside, David McDonald, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, in this incredible room as we are live from the Dojo of Comedy, Morris Plains, New Jersey, the new home of the Davey Mac Sports Program. Roy, don't think you have measles on your penis. Don't think that is actually a thing. You probably have a venereal disease, my dog.
Could be, David.
Could be. It is. What color are the spots? Do they have a certain color?
Let's say reddish, David.
They are. They're reddish. Okay, I understand then the confusion with the measles. That only happens, as far as I know, on your face, neck maybe, body. Can you get measles anywhere else? I've never heard a case of measles on the dick. I'm just going to say that right now. And it does seem weird saying that at 4:30 in the afternoon when people are trying to have their lunch or an early supper. Robert.
My girlfriend's seen measles on the dick, Dave.
Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Bam!
At least that's the same lie I told her.
Roy, I will say this. With your measles on the cock,
Yes,
Valtrex, my man, Valtrex. That'll clear up those measles really quickly. But yes, we are back. It is the Davey Mac Sports Program live from the Dojo of Comedy. Give me a stinger, dog. We're together. Together in the same room. We did it yesterday, or last week was our premiere episode in this fantastic, glorious new headquarters. And we're going to, slowly but surely trying to become a well-oiled machine. And then we'll allow some audience, some people to watch this live. We're thinking we're going to be the first ever people who recruit an audience one by one.
One by one.
I want to have one person, not soon, a couple months from now, when we're feeling really good, we get one audience member. A month later, 2.
Okay.
Next episode, 3. And we just go slowly but surely to build our way up to, what is this, Robert, 150 people can be in here? Something like that, 125, something like that. It's a big room, glorious room.
I would say probably 150.
We could fit 6,000 people in here.
6,000 people, says
problem.
Roy. He doesn't give a shit about fire safety standards.
No, I can see it.
Producer Rob Note, Dave, gesturing again, stealing the camera from Roy.
I apologize. I'm not allowed to flail my hands.
Why not, David?
The camera automatically then comes to me. And I am a flailer. I am from New Jersey. And people from New Jersey talk with their hands a lot. You don't have to just be Italian to talk with your hands. You have to be either Italian or from New Jersey. And so I am a handsy talker, but every time that happens,
Not for nothing,
the
David,
camera.
I'm a handsy talker, too.
That's because you molest people. Oh, come on. No. Cannot say how excited we are, though. This is gonna, and we're gonna have a good time here. In fact, we just had a fun time with Robert. I do want to plug this real quick, and then we're gonna get into the sports talk and the fun. We got some games. We got the brandly newly christened sports robot will be here for a quick appearance regarding the Knicks and Miami Heat series. But got to thank Robert Tamburro, who, well, first of all, he's hooked us up with this fantastic venue, the Dojo of Comedy, Morris Plains, New Jersey. But also, Robert, we did our first episode of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite, Roy. That's a Patreon exclusive show.
Okay.
Patreon.com/EastsideDave. It's possible I'll release them at some point on podcast, but again, don't hold your breath. I might not release them for months from now.
If ever.
If ever. Yeah. It's a Patreon show, and we're talking about my nearly 10-year career at SiriusXM Satellite Radio between Ron and Fez, Opie and Anthony, special delivery starring Sam and Dave, and the Davey Mac Sports Program XL, which you were a part of, my man, and other miscellaneous things.
Yeah.
This premiere episode, we covered the very famous pizza face incident where the culmination of a week of bets, I shoved Fez's face hard into pizza, which then got me a ton of death threats that I'm still living with to this very day. So if you want to hear about that saga, please, we want you to subscribe. Patreon.com/EastsideDave. It's barely anything, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. I mean, my God, these tiers are nothing. So go ahead, sign up, and enjoy. Now, Roy Harter, Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks
Heat.
in 6, baby.
Knicks in 6.
You said it.
I said to people, and everyone's probably wondering, Davey Mac, are you guys just replaying the same episode from last week? You were wearing your Knicks shirt last week. I will remind you, I will not take this Knicks shirt off until they are eliminated from the playoffs. Okay?
Wow.
Double sting that, Haughtons. Because I'm all in. I am thinking that the New York Knicks are going to win the NBA Finals. Having said that, they just went out and threw up a dud in Game 1 against the Miami Heat, and the Heat defeated the Knicks. They take Game 1 in the Garden. Not thrilled with that. Knicks had a good first half. They were up by 8 points, I believe, at halftime. And then the Miami Heat just decided to totally outplay him. Jimmy Butler is ridiculous.
Wow.
I mean, the guy's an absolute megastar. Brunson played well. R.J. Barrett played well, but they missed some open shots, missed some open threes, and too many turnovers. And now we got to think. And now I got to hear Robert, who I thought was a king. Robert, no, it's Grizzlies, right? Because you're walking in Memphis?
Walking in Memphis.
Because you're walking in Memphis, eating some dicks. You're walking on Memphis. You got a case of rickets. I don't know. Robert, you're a Grizzlies fan, and yet for some reason you seemed happy that the Heat won today. You seemed happy to put it in the Dave man's face that the Knicks went out and lost Game 1 to the Miami Heat.
Dave, all season you've talked about the Knicks are going to make it to the playoffs. The Knicks are going to do it. The Knicks are going to do this. And who have I said all along?
Was I right, though, about the Knicks making the playoffs and the Knicks doing this and the Knicks doing that?
So far, but I don't think they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Championship because, like I've said all along, you got to get through Jimmy Buckets.
Got to get through Jimmy Buckets. Got to start double teaming this guy. Just get the ball out of his hands. Triple team him if you have to, Roy. Finger cuffs him if you have to, Roy. Gang bang his ass if you have to, Roy. But get the ball out of Jimmy Butler's hands. Understood?
I understand, David.
The guy is clutch. I don't know how it's happened, but since Jimmy Butler's turned 30, he's become a greater player. He's become one of the best players in the NBA. You're supposed to get older. The game's supposed to lapse. This guy's become one of the best players in the league, and he is Mr. Clutch every single NBA postseason. I'll be honest, I am very worried about Jimmy Butler.
Oh, Butler. I thought you said Buffett. That's why I was playing the Margaritaville.
Not Jimmy. Goddamn Jimmy Buffett.
It's all
Heaven on sponge cake. Watching the sun bake. Love my dues and my booze on my home. Oh, but it's a real doozy. That Mexican cootie. And how I got here, I haven't alone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker and salt. Hey, hey. One thing again, that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Oh, yeah.
So
everyone really missed that. Our big first True Blue musical, because we had a couple stingers and bullshits last week. Yeah. But I consider that our first musical entry, and we chose Jimmy fucking Buffett.
I thought you were leading.
We didn't have the band. We didn't have anything. No, I'm actually happy. You know that he's one of my guilty pleasures, right?
Of course I do.
So the first rock and roll concert I ever went to was Jimmy Buffett at the age of 11. Totally inappropriate.
Oh, wow.
At the P&Bank Arts Center in New Jersey. It was inappropriate because every fucking adult 35 and older was smashed.
Oh, I bet.
And as a kid, you're like, the adults are acting really weird.
Yeah.
This is a really weird experience. But I was there, baby, and I was having fun. I got fits to the left, fits to the right, and you the only one in town. You know what I like? I like his one song where he tried to, like, he thought, like, you remember in the 80s when Dustin Hoffman won the Academy Award for Rain Man?
For Rain Man, of
And then
course.
Harrison Ford made Regarding Henry, and there was the My Left Foot. And so if you wanted to win an Academy Award, you had to have some sort of handicap.
Yeah, special.
Something was wrong with you, especially.
The other sister?
The other sister, right. Yeah, that's a good one. Sean Penn did one, too.
Yeah.
So, My Name is Sam.
Shia
right.
LaBeouf.
That was about primetime Sam Roberts. That was a biopic. But
Shia LaBeouf did one.
I feel like Jimmy Buffett tried to do the musical version where he tried to be serious. And he was like, he went to Paris looking for answers, questions that bothered him. So, and the song becomes like World War II and bombs and there's an orphan. And then he grows up and his fucking wife dies. And he's living by himself on the beach. And you're like, this is the most goddamn depressing song ever. This ain't no Margaritaville, bro. Yeah. I don't like when I see Jimmy Buffett in the exact same category as Weird Al.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
You know, only Weird Al likes, like, cake, ice cream, and that's his topics, and Jimmy Buffett's about vodka, and Coronas, and tequila and shit.
Dave, you said you saw him at the PNC Bank for your first concert?
PNC Bank Arts Center, yes.
And this was when you were 11? Because my first concert was Jimmy Buffett, but just career-wise, he had fallen down because we saw him before the Spikes game, which is the single-A baseball team
Oh,
in
Jimmy.
Cleveland.
He don't give a shit, though, because he owns the Margaritaville restaurant chain. That's made him a gazillionaire.
It still holds the record for most attended minor league game by them at that stadium.
Well,
because
see, there you
people
go.
got hammered. Yeah, he's
So
still
Jimmy
around.
had a record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone leave Jimmy alone. You know who also? There's somebody else, Roy,
Who's that?
who has some opinions
Oh, yeah.
about the New York Knicks and Miami Heat. And I discussed this last week, and we're going to make an official christening here today. Okay, and the official christening is to remind folks, this gentleman first started on the Davey Mac Sports Program and Sports Program XL as the sports computer. Then, because he's AI, they just took his intelligence and transferred him into a different body, which was the Shock Jock Robot on the Eastside Dave Show. Same thing has happened. We've taken his AI, his intelligence, his essence, if you will. We've transferred that into the third version. Some people think it's actually Shock Jock Robot. That is not. Shock Jock Robot was red and blue. This guy's red and gold. Yeah. And so now the official name of 3.0 and forevermore, welcome to the show, the Sports Robots. Ladies and gentlemen. Sports Robot. Hey, there he is.
There he is.
I guess we caught Sports Robot breakdancing or some shit. We didn't catch him prepared. He was listening to some fucking, it sounded like a Run DMC song from 1986. Yes, it was. That's a funny line, isn't it? So how are you, Sports Robot? Do you like your name? Okay, he's all in. All right, so let's get to the Knicks Heat series, Sports Robot. What do you think of... Okay, hold on. What do you think is going to happen? He says between New York and Miami, they should forget about basketball and compete to see who has the better Coke. All right. This is, we're keeping this about sports. I know, you are the sports robot after all. Let's stay focused here today. All right, now, give some Miami some respect, all right, sports robot? He says, I'll give Miami respect when they finally kick Jimmy Buffett out of it. Speaking of the devil. Cheeseburger in paradise, he says? More like fuck burger and horrodice. That's not even a pun. Really? Huh? All right, we got it. You're not a Jimmy Buffett fan. Can we just talk about the series now, please? He's still Margaritaville, he says. What kind of hit song is that? Depressing, more like shit song. He says anyone searching for weeks for a shaker of salt is a straight up drunk and should be in rehab, not on the radio. Okay. All right. Can we now discuss, you have gotten your Jimmy Buffett shit out of the way. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Okay, Miami's great player, Jimmy Butler. What do you think of him? He says Jimmy's a dual threat to score with the basketball and NBA reporter Rachel Nichols. That was a rumor, Sports Robot. What? When it comes to those two, Jimmy's not the only one who's good at ball handling. That was a rumor about Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols. Totally unfounded and unsubstantiated. Davey Mac Sports Program ain't reporting it. I'll tell you right now. That was a... All right. So what? What else do you want to say? I'm not going to even answer that. So Shock Jock Sports Robot, over the line. I just want to talk hoops. Come on. He says, if I was Rachel Nichols, I'd make Jimmy Butler go through hoops just to put a ring on it. He's really obsessed with the, I'm begging you, please back into the basket. How about this? What about Tom Thibodeau, the New York Knicks coach? Boy, is that guy slovenly, Sports Robot says. It's like watching Clemenza from The Godfather on the sidelines. Hey, Tibbs, in your case, take the gun, leave the cannolis, you fat bastard. Come on, man. Sports Robot. This isn't the sports analysis that we're, wanting you to give here. So I sort of want out of this. Final predictions, Sports Robot. World War III will begin on September 1st of this year. Nuclear apocalypse to commence. Yeah, we meant NBA predictions, not global predictions. Sports Robot, everyone. No, Sports Robot. Never mind. Sports Robot. I'm not. No! He's always got to give one last one. One goddamn last one. Will you shut up? I know. Stop! Major League Baseball reporter Marly Rivera has gotten fired from the ESPN, and this is great. She had an interview that she scheduled with Aaron Judge, New York Yankees, superstar Aaron Judge.
Of course, yeah.
And, it's before a game.
Right.
And Aaron Judge is a megastar.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that, you've got 15 minutes for yourself. She starts to go into it, and another reporter, a woman named Yvonne Gatte, came over, and she tried to go into Marly Rivera's interview. You see what's happening? She tried to piggyback. She tried to invade it.
Yeah, I get it.
Marly Rivera, in Spanish, we're going to play the clip, and just listen. In Spanish, though, she is saying, whoa, I reserved this interview. You can't just come along. Why she got fired, Roy, is 30 seconds into the clip. I want you to pay attention 30 seconds into the clip.
Okay.
Marly Rivera will call this woman a, quote, fucking cunt.
Oh, dear.
All of this was captured on video.
Of course it was.
And ESPN said, no good.
No good.
You're fired.
No bueno.
Robert, do you have, Roy, listen to the audio.
Yeah, okay, I'm listening. I'm going to listen to it.
I told him already, you're ready now. Yo tengo no seteado con él, si no te molesta. Disculpa que a ti siempre te molestan las cosas. Así que yo hablo con Jason si tienes algún problema. Thank you so much, man. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you speak English now. Oh, you started speaking English. I'm sorry. perdona, yo tengo algo seteado con Aaron, si no te molesta.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Oh, what a fucking cunt. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, how you call me? Excuse me, did you record that, right?
She called her the C word.
Wow. Catty, huh? Meow.
Catty.
That's treacherous.
Now,
I was glad to see she was Hispanic because right before that she was like, "Do you speak English?" And it was like, "Oh God."
oh yeah, no, I know.
Mark.
Marly Rivera, who is bilingual,
Yeah.
was throwing down on this lady. Like, you know, do you speak English?
Do you speak English?
And she was talking to her in Spanish, and then she's yelling at her, "Do you speak?" It's like, wait, well, you were talking to her in Spanish first.
El Canto?
And yeah, like the woman wasn't responding to her, and she goes, "Do you speak English?" Having said that, ESPN, what the fuck? What a bunch of pussies.
Wow.
Not only if I'm on ESPN do I not fire Marly Rivera, I give her a goddamn bonus. I promote her. Yes! She takes her job of interviewing Aaron Judge and getting the scoop of Aaron Judge this seriously. She's literally ready to throw down. It turns out this Yvonne Gautier, the person who Marly Rivera called a cunt,
Yeah.
she's married to like some sort of Major League Baseball vice president of operations.
Oh, shit.
So that woman, Yvonne Gautier, called up her husband. That was it. That was it for Rivera. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I love Marly Rivera for going hard on that. She sounds like she should be on the Davey Mac Sports Program. Marly Rivera, if you want to join our show, you got a green light, lady. A total red carpet welcome invitation. Davey Mac Sports Program, we embrace sports journalists calling each other fucking cunts. I'm sorry for the people eating mozzarella sticks on table 14. I apologize. You people signed up for this. No, there's no one here. We're in an empty place. But I mean, downstairs, they're hearing some of this shit.
They can hear this like probably 2 blocks
Every
away.
once in a while, I see one of the kitchen guys comes up and he's like, "What is happening up there?"
Ground is shaking.
Called her a fucking cunt. I love it. Now, Roy.
Yes, David.
Last week, I was talking to you about sports, and you had a question that kind of struck me a little bit. You said something crazy. I can't even remember the exact example, but then you said, like, can the guy do this, or can the guy, like, take out a knife on the base paths or something? Is that allowed?
Yes.
And I said, that's interesting. I wonder what other rules Roy doesn't know. Because while you've been doing this sports show / the other show with me for 13 years,
Yes.
your sports knowledge hasn't necessarily progressed that much. You know Freeman McNeil, the Jet wide receiver of the 80s, because you met him once.
That's right. No, I never actually met him. I just used to watch him on television.
Oh, that's it. You were just a Freeman McNeil fan.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's even more random.
Yeah. I don't want to extend my Freeman McNeil.
I at least thought
friendship.
you had met the guy and did voiceover work with him.
No, nothing like that.
Oh,
Nothing
my
like
Lord.
That. No.
You have met some celebrity athletes, though, because
Quite a
you're a
few.
sound designer.
Oh yeah, quite a few. Actually.
Who's the last one you had in?
The last big one we had.
You've had some big ones.
We had Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber.
Yeah, and Joe Theismann.
Joe Theismann.
Theismann. That's
Theismann.
it. He was injured.
Not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor broke his goddamn leg.
That's right.
Joey Theismann never played again.
Yeah, he hasn't forgotten that either. He was very upset about it.
He was not. Were you actually talking to him about that?
No, I did not.
That would have been phenomenal. If Joe Theismann ever goes back to your studio, set up a hidden camera.
Yeah, actually.
And talk to him about the LT hit.
Listen to this. Joe Theismann agent actually sent me a voicemail from Joe Theismann. I'm going to play it.
Thigh. There's an H.
I'll play it on next week's show, but he was complimenting how professional, get this, David, how professional my studio was and how accommodating we were and all this.
No, as a sound designer, you're one of the legends.
Yeah,
You're only a professional.
Yeah, top
it's
5.
on these shows that you're a total unprofessional.
Yeah,
There's no semblance of professionalism with any of the work you do with me.
Of course not.
But this guy's one of the best sound designers in America.
Yeah, you can tell by the quality of the show, probably.
Well,
right?
you have. We are a sports show.
Yes.
You did the video and sound for the New York Rangers montage before they hit the ice at Madison Square Garden.
right.
They play a big thing to get people hype, and you did that.
Oh, yeah. That's Let's Go Rangers.
You won an Emmy for that, a daytime Emmy.
Yeah, that was I wrote that song. Here, maybe you guys have heard of it. Join in if you want.
Go ahead.
Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers. I like
Anyway,
it. Good song.
That was one of mine.
That's a good song,
Thank
bro.
you very much, David.
Yeah.
Thank you. Still
Like
getting
you're
royalties off that one.
Villain-esque lyrics with that.
Yeah.
You know, simple but deep. Let's go Rangers. Now, but because you're a maniac and you don't always have a good understanding of the rules of sports,
Yes.
you said that you had some questions prepared.
I-
Roy Harter's Is That Allowed?
That's right.
And that's, go find them on your phone there.
No, I got them right here, David.
Yes, you do.
I've actually written them down.
You have. Okay.
All right.
I'm excited to hear what these questions are.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll educate some casual and or non-sports fans. Because we always say this is the very first and only sports show designed for really non-sports fans, even though I'm a massive sports fan.
It's more so for sports haters, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
that?
in some ways.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, my first question, David, is
Yeah.
can the pitcher throw a pie at the batter instead of the ball? Is that allowed?
No, is that allowed? No. That's food. And when you're a pitcher, you always have to be throwing baseballs. There's no substitutions of any kind for anything like that.
Well, thank you, David. Question number 2.
Was that all?
My second question is, can I distract a basketball player at the free throw line by throwing a dildo at him? Is that allowed, David?
No. I thought the question was going to be, can you distract the basketball player at the free throw line? Of course. You can go, I don't want to do the camera. You go, you can distract them.
Okay.
You cannot throw anything at any athlete, including dildos.
Okay, David.
All right, next question. Come on, man. Robert.
But if the dildo doesn't make it to the court,
Yeah, it's still prohibited to be throwing dildos, vibrators, any sort of love devices onto the basketball court. Please, what's the next question? Hopefully this one makes some sense here.
Question number 3. In football, could I block for the running back using a stun gun? Is that allowed, David?
No, that is not allowed. See, a stun gun, that would be like how in wrestling sometimes they bring in a foreign weapon to compete. Yeah, you're essentially asking the NFL players to do the same thing. Stun gun, definitely cannot bring that onto the field.
Fair enough, David.
All right, next question.
Next
I
question.
hope this one is normal.
Can I set up a hidden roadblock during the Daytona 500? Is that allowed, David?
No. No, that is not allowed. That sounds like you want to kill the NASCAR field. You do understand that they go 185 to sometimes 200 miles an hour. If you're setting up roadblocks, you're going to be murdering all those people.
Fair enough, David.
Fair enough.
didn't
Definitely not allowed.
Didn't want to kill him. I just want to maybe slow him down a bit. They're
No.
well above.
We don't set up roadblocks
well above the speed limit.
at Daytona.
Next question. Could I compete in the Kentucky Fried Derby?
The what?
The Kentucky. Oh, I'm sorry, David. Could I compete in the Kentucky Derby?
The Kentucky Derby, not the fucking Kentucky Fried Derby. That's the one that where who could see who eats the most chicken.
That's right. Can I compete in the Kentucky Derby riding a Harley Davidson, David? Is that allowed?
It is not allowed. Yeah, the Kentucky Derby is simply for horse racing. You would be on a motorcycle in that scenario,
Gotcha.
unless you were riding a horse and it was called Harley Davidson.
Oh, there you go. David.
Then you could. Then that would be allowed.
That's a nice
so
little
that
loophole.
we finally have a question where technically could be allowed.
Okay.
Next
well,
one.
My next one is: has anyone tried to play golf with a potato?
All right.
Is that allowed?
You know what? That's a tough one. I think it probably would be allowed, I would imagine. Certainly on the LIV Tour.
Okay.
The Saudi Arabia Tour, they don't got rules. On the PGA Tour, if you went to
you could play with a French fry on a fucking PGA
Augusta
Tour.
National,
Yeah.
where they play the Masters in Georgia, you try to hit a potato, you'd get like a guy would be in a tree shooting you. Because I'm pretty sure they have sharpshooting assassins over there for any sort of person such as you who would get out of line on their their famous golf course.
Next question, David.
I thought we were done. I really did.
This is actually my final question.
Thank God.
Now, has any boxer ever distracted his opponent by whipping it out? Is that allowed, David?
Okay. That's the end of Roy Harter's Is That Allowed? I don't know why I'm clapping. I guess I clap at the end of segments, but I don't want to.
You don't want to answer that one?
I'm not answering it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll put that
You
question.
just asked if any boxer has ever whipped it out.
Yeah, just for distraction purposes.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Whip 'em out. Whip 'em out Wednesday. Whip 'em out Wednesday. Whip 'em out Wednesday. Come on, whip 'em out. Whip 'em out.
Sorry, David. You caught me off guard with that one.
Robert.
Bo, birthday boy.
Happy birthday to Bobo Daniel Curlin. We didn't want to live stream this episode because we're still working out the kinks, the nuts and bolts. But Bobo said it's my birthday. Can you live stream it? So fine.
He thinks Roy would enjoy the Savannah Bananas as a sports team or the Harlem Globetrotters. Anything where it's not so much about the sports but the tricks they're doing.
Of course.
Did you ever see Harlem Globetrotters as a kid? I actually did in a local college in New Jersey. It was fantastic.
Now, I never saw them in person, but I saw them on TV. I used to watch Fat Albert.
And Harlem Globetrotters would do a crossover.
Exactly.
And yeah, like Scooby-Doo, they did crossovers. Gilligan's Island. They were like the ultimate crossover now that I think about it.
Back in the early 80s, man, they were like doing every sitcom you could imagine.
20 years ago, at least, I read one of the greatest articles I have ever read in Sports Illustrated, ever.
Oh.
And it was the story of the Washington Generals, the infamous team who they kicked the shit out of every single game.
Yep.
They were former college basketball players, and one night, they just decided to go into business for themselves and play.
Oh.
And they beat the Harlem Globetrotters by 2 points. Wow. And it was like a sick-ass game.
Oh, I bet.
And I forget who wrote it. Again, the article's so long ago, but if you ever want to read something really fascinating.
I love that.
The night that the Washington Generals went out and beat the Harlem Globetrotters is one of the greatest things of all time. That shit is a movie.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
My favorite guy was Curly, and
Curly was the greatest one, the bald guy.
The bald guy, and
ironically, that because he was curly,
and that
he had
was
no hair.
As a 9-year-old kid, being bald and called Curly, there's a charm there.
Yeah. No, Curly was like everyone remembered Curly.
Yeah, like
there was a Nate.
Yeah.
I can't remember a lot of the OG. I got into that and one stuff. I probably know more and one players than I do Harlem Globetrotters, like Hot Sauce, half man, half machine. No, these are half man, half amazing. And one was like the 21st century, the Harlem Globetrotters, where they were street basketball. Who would go and just do these insane dunks, but it was way more urban and street. Like the Harlem Globetrotters would book like community colleges and stuff because it's all nice. And one is it's not like that at all.
No.
But I actually kind of love and one.
They're collecting bets.
Yeah.
Wasn't Meadowlark Lemon one of their famous?
Meadowlark Lemon. He was famous.
That's right.
He was a famous one.
Uh-huh.
He was definitely one of them.
How mad would you be when they're signing out names and you get Frank? They're like, you're Curly.
I know.
I get it. Oh, you're Meadowlark Lemon. You're
Shit.
Frank.
You got Meadowlark Lemon, you got Curly, and now I'm Frank.
I better learn
Frank
how to
the
dribble.
Globetrotter.
Better learn how to dribble.
Just don't call me handsome.
A lot's on the line. By the way, speaking of Bobo,
Yeah.
I did his show this past
shit.
Thursday.
Oh, how was that? The
Best Seats in the House podcast with
Robert Kramer.
Robert Kramer and Daniel Bobo Curlin. It was fantastic.
Well, of course,
I loved it. I loved doing the appearance. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Did the check clear?
But I did remind them that, and this goes into the next discussion here, the Devils and Rangers now are all tied up 3 games apiece, and we are going to a Game 7 on Monday.
Oh!
I myself from Jersey, Devils fan. Bobo, massive Rangers fan.
Yeah.
Just to remind everyone, if the Rangers win, Bobo gets to slap me in the face hard the next time he's here, right here live on the Davey Mac Sports Program. I'll sit on the chair, and he'll fucking just lay me out. And maybe even multiple times. I might be so generous to give him 3 hits.
3 hits?
3.
Wow.
If the Devils win,
Yeah.
we will be blowing up Bobo in Times Square on New Year's Eve. He has signed off on this.
Yeah.
We are currently, trying to email the mayor of New York City. We want to clear a block because we don't want any collateral damage. Only Bobo needs to be blown up with this thing. We don't want to be, any terrorist bullshit.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to keep everything nice and safe. But we are going to be detonating Bobo on New Year's Eve in Times Square if the Devils win this thing.
Oh, yeah.
So who do you like, Devils or Rangers? You're a Long Island guy.
I'm a Long Island guy.
So you're an Islanders fan?
So I'm an Islanders fan, so I'm going with the Islanders, David.
We're talking Devils versus the Rangers, though.
So in that case, I'm still a New Yorker at heart, so I'm going with the Rangers on that one, David.
Robert, Devils or Rangers? New York or New Jersey?
I think the hard image that everybody puts and represents New York with was built on the backs of guys in Jersey. It's got to be a Jersey thing. I think they're the real people who created New York City. So I'm going to go with the Devils.
We built everything in America. Are you aware of that? That most New Jerseyans built the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
All of it. Even the St. Louis Arch, the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're good at construction.
Yeah, you and the Irish and the Italians.
The Italians. Yeah. We're really good at construction. It's one of those things that we're good at, Roy Harters.
I've heard Trenton makes the world takes.
That's right.
Thank you.
Because nobody wants to stay in Trenton.
I mean, we've had some great exports here. I believe that we had one of the toothpastes here for a little while. I can't tell you if it was Colgate or Crest. And we've had different beer companies here in New Jersey.
Schlitz.
Schlitz. I think they might have done. Actually, I think you're right. So, lots of stuff is going on with the basketball. Pete Davidson. We have this.
Yeah.
This is a video too, Robert. I'll stall for a second. Pete Davidson.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan. I'm sorry. I know.
He seems like a very likable fellow. The
Is
ladies seem to like him.
Is that what you think, really?
Well,
Does he seem that way?
Apparently he does.
I
well
can't
with
tell.
the ladies.
I hate Jimmy Fallon and think he's a total fucking phony, a total fraud.
Yeah.
And it's because I have firsthand knowledge
you've
of the
definitely-
fact that he's an arrogant asshole who then, when there's cameras and microphones around, pretends to be all shy. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'm shy. I'm modest. I'm humble. Hey, guys. Hi, guys. This guy fucking rides limos. This guy demands VIP treatment. This guy is a total fucking narcissistic piece of shit. Jimmy Fallon I speak of. I sort of want to throw that onto Pete Davidson because of all the hot chicks, but then again, I don't have the evidence the way I do with the other guy. However,
yes, David.
we just went to FezCon.
That's right.
Last month, and it was spectacular. And I can't give enough of a shout out to FezCon, Ron Bennington.
Oh, yeah.
Gail Bennington, Chris Stanley, Earl, everyone, the entire Bennington family for what a great event that was.
Oh, yeah, good people.
Okay? And when you're there and you're partying and you're having a good time and you're drinking and stuff, people grab, they do the bro hug, the arm around the neck all the time.
Yeah.
You know how many times that happened to me at FezCon? 2,000 times.
Yeah.
You know how many times I was upset about? 0!
Of course.
It's a fan or just someone who likes you.
That's right, David.
Who has supported you in this business.
That's right. When they hug you like that, it means they know you.
Right. Well, the Knicks just win a game. Everyone's happy. Look over there. Robert's showing it to you.
Right there.
Here's some guy putting his arm around Pete Davidson. He has a Knicks hat
High school right here.
And you see Pete Davidson
Pete,
shove
there.
this guy.
Pete,
Look
right
at this
there,
one
right
here.
there.
Boom!
Wasn't necessary.
The guy goes away, and he probably, I guarantee you, the guy had a few beers, and he had a goofy fucking look on his face that he was probably like, I want to smell your fingers.
Yeah.
You know, with all the hot chicks that you've had.
Yeah.
He's doing something douchey like, man, you're my hero. You fucked a lot of hot girls. I guarantee you that's what the guy was saying.
Of course.
It's no reason to shove the guy. No. So you know what, Pete Davidson? For the first time on the brand new Live at the Dojo of Comedy DMSP, Pete Davidson's son, you're on the Shizer list.
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
We don't play around like that. I get angry all the time.
You sure do.
But
David.
I really try to be fan friendly for my entire life. I'll try.
You know when
That's
your
what
bread
I
is
do.
buttered. That's right. You know when
Exactly. The people.
the people butter your bread.
Furthermore, What is one famous sketch on Saturday Night Live that Pete Davidson is known for? Anyone?
I can't name one, David.
Can't name a goddamn thing. Can anyone name anything, in fact, that Pete Davidson is known for in comedy?
I sure can't, David.
Well, the only reason why he's famous is because this bit player on Saturday Night Live started banging A-plus chicks. And that's it. Go ahead, Robert.
He made Kanye anti-Semitic. That's pretty funny.
But do you know of anything? You're younger than me and Roy.
Is he?
That was hysterical. Robert, what the fuck was that all about? Did you hear Roy taking a shot at you?
I think Roy was calling me wise beyond my
Exactly.
years.
This is wisdom, David. This is
Yeah,
wisdom.
right. I'm trying to get Robert off my back and onto you. See how that game is played before the show today. Robert wasn't having it. I got an on-air shout out and appreciation to Robert. No matter how many times he wants to bite my hand off.
I'm going to send one of
Just
those.
so you know, real, I love you for doing all of this.
Thank you.
Tales from the Satellite
was
and
awesome.
everything else you do.
I love you too.
Okay?
Dave. Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right.
We're good. We talked. It's
Yeah.
just I get super focused.
He
and
doesn't
you get
like any
super light.
questions.
Oh, no,
So
no.
even if my question is like the nicest question, it's like, Robert, do you need an XLR cable? He'll go like, I'm trying to set up, Dave. I'm sorry.
I'm glad the Knicks lost. I hope Jimmy Butler sweeps them. Rob, can I get you an energy drink? No. Fuck the Knicks. I hope Bobo gets to slap you in the face.
Hold the phone. He asks me. So I say to Robert, I say, where are you? He misinterpreted the text. It was just simply, where are you? Because I wasn't, there's a goddamn hurricane.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I thought maybe you guys got fucking swept out to sea. Honestly, I was having a hard time commuting today on the Parkway. I hope the DMSP audience fucking appreciates this. I had to go through goddamn 2 feet of water. It was like a tropical storm out there. So that's where the where are you really was from. He interpreted it as, where are you? He takes my texts the way you take my texts.
Exactly.
Both of you think there's always a harshness. And I can only promise you my tone is like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as nice as possible. But the both of you see my texts as like scoldings. There's no scoldings if there's no exclamation points. No exclamation points means no yelling.
Yeah, if in my case, it would be caps locks.
I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're good. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much too. And if we're gonna blame anybody, it's Jared's fault. You shouldn't text people before.
Jared
8 a.m.
he doesn't he texts people, but he doesn't respect Robert's sleep schedule. Because both Jared and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so we start texting at 6 a.m.
Well, maybe Robert didn't know Jared's sleep schedule. That could be.
Or Jared didn't know Robert's
I
sleep.
was
Exactly,
just joking
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I did at one point go, I'm gonna skeet shoot my phone if I get one more text.
Why don't you guys do what I do? Just put it on mute.
That's what I do.
I mean,
So
it seems very simple.
I do as well. Unfortunately, I make several exceptions. One, of course, being Dave McDonald. because
Bam!
he's so important.
Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. I let the boys be boys. Bam! Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. I let the boys be boys.
I never heard that song, David.
Onyx.
Oh!
Hey, well, I mean, listen, we're making this up on the fly, bro. I'm not going to give you any more songs. Roy, you have to learn Onyx. Bam, let the boys be boys, or whatever. Or Slam. Slam.
That's what it was.
Slam.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. I let the boys be boys.
Boys.
Slam. I let the boys be boys. Now, I was going to ask you a question, but now I forgot. It was so long ago. Do you remember what we were talking about?
No.
I'm glad one of us is producing.
No, it's fine. Oh, it's Pete Davidson.
Oh, Pete Davidson. Yeah.
Seriously, what is he famous for in comedy? You are younger. What is he known for? I'm not being a dick. I know he's on Saturday Night Live. What's his famous sketch? The one that we could say, fucking Dana Carvey with the church lady. Goddamn Mike Myers with fucking Wayne's World. John Belushi, Samurai Delicatessen, etc.
He did Guy Court for a while.
Never heard of
Before
it.
that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's all right, Grandpa.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they're good sketches, they go viral. I'm not so out of touch with the fact that, like, I will check SNL's good sketches on Sunday or Monday when everyone's like, this sketch was great. And so I haven't even seen any viral Saturday Night Live sketches the next day of Pete Davidson. Oh, you have to see this.
No, he plays the dumb guy a lot. He plays kind of like the super silly, like, over the top. but I don't know of any characters that he made signature or anything. That said, other than like Lonely Island, what would you say would have been the signature sketches of the last 5 years? Like, I don't think there's been a signature character really anymore. It's hard
I guess the different presidents, Alec Baldwin. But I mean, I guess you're right.
You know, I'm not a Pete Davidson fan by any stretch. I think he killed Mac Miller. But he sent like the same text he sent of him naked in bed with Kim Kardashian to Kanye, that he sent the same thing with him and Ariana Grande to Mac Miller, and he died like 2 days later. And it's like, yeah, he definitely bought the drugs because you did that.
Wait, so he is hooking up with these women and then he's texting them, like he's taunting them?
Like taunting the guys, like, hey, it's a picture of them in bed. Yeah, like that's what
can't do that.
That's what sent Kanye off. That's what sent Mac Miller allegedly off.
If that's the case, then I was right about the Shizer. Shizer his ass again!
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
I hadn't heard that. Oh, that got me fired up. I mean, I'm not the biggest Kanye West fan, but that's my point. I can name you a couple Kanye West songs.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm saying?
99 Problems.
But a bitch ain't one.
That's Jay-Z.
You know what they say about Kim Kardashian? I'm not saying she's a gold digger.
Oh, that one. I feel the mad and the Batman. Gold digger. Gold digger, because, they got the Ray Charles. Movie Ray Charles. They got movie Ray Charles to sing like Ray Charles. Wasn't that weird?
No, that makes. What do you mean? What it was?
Jamie Foxx is in that song, and he's doing his Ray Charles impression.
Oh, good.
For that, I feel the bad. He's doing the Ray Charles that he just won the Oscar for.
I guess so. Yeah, I never thought about that actually, David. You're right. It is kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean, let's Ray Charles was good for the movie. Now let's not bring the Ray Charles fucking impression every time you do a musical number. Ray Charles should be doing the goddamn musical numbers, Jamie.
I wonder if Ray Charles got money for that one. That's the more important question.
Good point.
He's talked about this, Dave. He came in, Kanye gave him what he wanted him to sing, and he sang it like Jamie Foxx. And Kanye came in and was like, no, I want you to do this like Ray Charles.
No shit.
Yeah. And
I didn't even know that.
Jamie laughed it off with his boys, was making fun of Kanye, was like, that song's never going to go
What?
anywhere.
I'm taking it off Jamie now. I got to put it on to Kanye. You know what? I'm sorry. Kanye, Shizer your ass.
Shizer, you're the one that we despise.
And a non-Shizer entry and a best wishes to Jamie Foxx, who just had some sort of awful, what do you have, a cardiac arrest or a stroke or got sent to the hospital recently.
Yeah. It was
and no one's even talking about it. But I don't know what the opposite of Shizer was. Just how about, give me a best wishes stinger. Well, let's see what that would sound like.
Wishing you all the best. How's that?
That was good. Wait, do it again.
Sounds like a Maxwell House commercial. Wishing you all the best.
Bobo wants you to know that song was used in strip clubs a lot when it came out.
How would he know? Fucking dirty dog. I thought he had a girlfriend in Alabama. I didn't think he's at the Bada Bing with fucking Paulie Gutierrez, shoving dollar bills in women's twats. Sorry again to the mozzarella stick family on table 16. Jesus. Is there anything else? We're Yankees. I ain't doing any baseball. Yankees suck. Don't even want to talk about them.
Fair enough.
Brian
David.
Cashman sucks. I've been saying it for years. Brian Cashman is not a good general manager in any single way. Why is Aaron Hicks on the New York Yankees? He is in his mid-30s. His game has evaporated. Not only can he no longer hit, he can't fucking field anything.
Huh.
Cole was on the mound the other day. There was a routine. He barely had to slide, but he slid, but the glove was near his shoulders, okay? So we're not talking about a shoestring catch. We're talking about an easy sliding catch, and the ball just goes over his fucking glove. And Cole, who does not do this, even was like, are you shitting me? He's like, oh, my God, are you shitting me, Aaron Hicks? What the fuck? Also, too many Aarons on the Yankees. Aaron Judge is the superstar. Aaron Boone is the manager. And Aaron Hicks is the shit fuck who can't catch anything. Get him out. 2 Aarons is the max. New Yankee rule. 2 Aaron max. We'll keep the manager and we'll keep the megastar. But we're not getting rid of, I mean, come on, Hicks? I'd rather see Pepper Hicks on the fucking Yankees than Aaron Hicks. At least I know that motherfucker's going to, swing from the fucking, balls and maybe hit some over the goddamn fence. Aaron Hicks got no aggression at the plate. Pepper Hicks is going to fucking cut on the ball, at least.
Pepper Hicks, a lot of aggression.
He's going to swing hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He might, fucking miss the first 99 pitches, but pitch 100, he's going to crank 455 feet.
Yeah. Elon's going to tail model his rocket after that ball leaves.
Exactly. And just in case anyone's wondering what position he'll play, he's going to DH.
Of course.
What do you think? I'm going to have Chris Pepper Stanley on the fucking field? Talk about a liability.
DH. What position is that?
That's designated hitter.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you. Now it's funny. I got you now.
The DH has been in existence for 50 years.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was a shipping company. I think DH.
Shipping company.
DHL, DSL.
Oh, DS.
Something like that.
No, I don't see. It's DSL, not DH.
This is how my mind works, David. Just so you know.
What about what's Hughley with the comedian?
DL Hughley.
Oh, DL. So now I'm pulling to him. He got me so sideways. I thought his name was DH Hughley for a second.
Well, it's Hughley.
Yeah, but it's not. There's no DH. There's only a designated hitter. We've established this now.
So that means you have to hit.
Means you don't play the field.
Oh, DHL's a shipping company, Dave. So you named it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
All right. Means you don't play the field.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, we could put Chris Pepper Stanley at first base.
Oh, I don't know about that. He seems like he'd be on the slow side of things, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's why I would put him at first. He's just got to catch that baseball.
Okay, I was thinking more catcher because he's just got to plop him in the back
God.
there. And
His
just,
knees?
Good
His
point.
knees? No way.
A lot of CC Sabathia similarities between Pepper.
Can't pitch for shit. I've seen him throw the ball. Can't pitch for shit.
He does have that weird overthrow kind of thing that he does, right?
That's it.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
how he throws.
I've seen that.
Oh, no good.
What positions would you have the members of the Davey Mac Sports Program play?
Roy Harter, you would not be in the starting lineup, but I would keep you as a pinch runner.
Oh.
So you're going to be, usually a baseball team is 25 roster spots, although I guess the last couple of years, did they bump that up to 27? Anyway, you would be either guy number 25 or 27.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
last.
Thanks.
But when we need someone fast in the 8th inning or 9th inning for a critical run, we're putting you on the base paths. All right? Do you know how to steal a base?
How hard could it be? I've stolen everything else in life. So, yeah, I can figure it out.
As for Bobby Tamburro, I see you. You could be a third baseman.
Okay, I'll take that.
That's sort of where I see you. I'm hoping you have a strong arm.
I do have a decent arm.
All right, that's where I need you. I need you at third base. And I need some power out of you too. I want you and Stanley in the corner positions for some power specifically.
Okay, I do have some power, but you're spot on. My 1 year of senior teamers after college, where they needed an extra guy, I was the third base coach a lot.
Boom.
Oh, I like that.
Third base coach. Yeah, it wasn't playing the position though.
He was coaching. It's much more important. You're not so much a pawn
I
on
was
the
good at
chessboard.
shit talking the batter.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they're on my team.
You just were a problem as a fucking player. Every time he talks to me about his sports, history.
Yeah.
He got into like major fights with his basketball coach for some reason.
He's got attitude.
Like
problem.
well, yeah, he does. You do a little.
No.
Come on, just embrace it. You kind of have you're a little bit of the Dennis Rodman of producers.
I like to fancy myself the Jimmy Butler of producers. You made me do this. You fucking made me do this.
What happened with your basketball coach in high school? Remember, he had something where he told you don't do something. That story made me laugh.
Oh, Mark Hofsass, there's a special place in hell for this guy. I fucking hated that guy. For starters, one of my favorite stories is we were going to team camp, and we stopped at McDonald's, and he was like, nobody goes in the playpen. And one of my teammates went in the playpen and then refused to come down until the coach agreed to not make him run. He's like, I'm not coming down until you stop yelling at me. Nope.
That's
We sat there
hysterical.
An hour, yeah.
All right. But then wasn't there something also with you where he told you, like, don't dribble, or there was some sort of, like, missive for the game, and you immediately, or don't shoot. He might have told you don't shoot, and you started chucking threes. I forget what it was.
Oh, I mean, by my senior year, he pulled me and was like, I can't cut you because everybody likes you, but I would if I could. Like, that was our relationship. And then my last game, like, you know, it's your senior year. We weren't going to make playoffs. We ran a motion offense that started with a pass to the wing.
Yeah.
And I would just catch it and shoot a three.
And he wanted you to pass.
Yeah, and it went in. He was like, all right, great shot, but next one, definitely pass. I was like, oh, yeah.
That's
definitely.
stupid.
Fake
That's
pass.
some fucking Gene Hackman, his first game coaching Hoosiers shit, where he's like, 5 passes. And these guys are wide open for a fucking 17-footer, and the kid starts drilling them, and then Gene Hackman gets all pissed off, and the kid's like, I'm open.
Jimmy.
In basketball, when you're open, you shoot. Simple as that. You're not open, pass.
And
basketball is way, way easier than people make it out to be. But if you're open from the wing, shoot it. Fuck the coach.
And sometimes if it's your senior year and you've ridden the bench all season and you're not open and you catch the ball, you just shoot it and make it anyway. And I did that 3 times in a row before he took me out.
He took you out after making 3 threes?
Yeah.
And is this guy still alive?
They should have promoted you.
I mean, it was my senior year, Roy. The damage was done. I'm
Yeah.
5'6", though, too. So if
Is he
people
still
don't know-
alive?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Put him on the Shizer, Roy.
Thanks.
Shizer, you're the ones that read the Spicer.
I'll tell
Bad
you this.
coaching, in my opinion. I mean, I could give a shit how like horribly he treated Bobby Tamburro, but as a sports fan, I am offended that he took a guy out who was 3 for 3 from downtown.
Good point.
That offends me as a sports fan.
It wasn't just me. Everybody hated this guy. My junior year, we were like, we got to figure out a way to get rid of him. And what we were going to do is have one of the players pose naked and send him pictures and then just call the cops and be like, he's got pictures of Ayler.
Jesus Christ.
Ayler wouldn't get naked, so we couldn't do it.
This is who we're working with,
I
David.
know. He's a scary individual.
Yeah, this is so...
He's always threatening to beat up someone, and I have to talk him out of it. This is true. Last thing.
He already sent me nude photos. I was wondering what the plan was.
Aaron Rodgers is officially a Jet. Finally, we can put this shit behind us. Fucking the Mojo Rising of football, the goddamn Lizard King, Aaron Rodgers, who loves to. Are you aware of this? In the off season, he shuts himself off in a dark room, eats ayahuasca and mescaline.
Oh, I love this.
And has like a trip out in the off season.
Roy Harter is the Aaron Rodgers of
Bobby, whoa, baby, 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive. Yeah, you get yours, baby. I get mine. Gonna make it, baby, in all pride. Come on! The old get older, the young get stronger. May take a week, and it may take longer. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. Gonna win, yeah, we're taking over. Come on! It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, baby! Live at the Dojo of Comedy in Morris Plains, New Jersey. And that'll do it. Congrats to Aaron Rodgers and congrats to the Jets fans. Congrats to you, Bobby Tamburro.
Congrats to you, Davey Mac.
Anything to plug?
And don't forget, congrats to Bobo.
Congrats to Bobo. Happy birthday, dog. It was fun doing his show. Best seats in the house with him and Robert Kramer.
Maybe one day I'll do it. I'll invite myself.
That's going to be tricky because Robert Kramer was all about the sports talk.
Oh, he actually knows sports.
Yeah, he knows his sports.
Oh, shit. It's not
Yeah,
the show for me.
I would avoid the show.
Not the show for me, dude.
Anything to promote, Roy? A plug? Music festivals that Roy Harter's going to?
Not yet, but they're coming up this summer. So I'm just getting everything, my ducats in order.
The ducats are going in order? The
That's
ducats.
Right. I'm
Okay.
putting my ducats in order.
He's
David.
putting his ducats in the order. Robert?
Yeah, check out our new show, Tales from the Satellite. Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite, available now on your Patreon.
Patreon.com/EastSideDave. That's the only way to get it.
Check out on my YouTube page. I put up the How Could You Forget 420, the 3rd edition we did. So
Love
it's
that.
available now if you're into that kind of thing. Check it out.
Excellent.
I hear May is the month of the donkey, so maybe some things will be popping up over there soon.
Cool. All right. Well, listen, we did it again. I'm loving this new spot. I ain't going to lie. I'm loving the goddamn keyboards, Dogsy. Listen. Oh, look at that. No, that's the
Oh, sorry, David. Sorry, I had a little bit of a mental breakdown there for a second. I apologize.
Wrong show. Listen, bro. If you don't think that the last, seriously, 18 years of my life, starting at SiriusXM on 2005, and then Davey Mac Sports Program, everything is a goddamn blur with me as well.
A giant acid flashback.
I don't even know what show I'm doing anymore. Sort of have an idea that this is the Davey Mac Sports Program because it's feeling damn good and we're kicking ass. But then again, I also think this could all be a mirage.
Yeah.
You know, I could have ate 8 tabs of acid and be like in some fucking mental hospital, in upstate New York. And none of this is actually happening. It's all going on upstairs in my own head here.
Quite possible.
But regardless, I love you, Roy.
I love you too, David.
I love you, Robert. I love the DMSP audience. Thank you, guys. Spread the word. Subscribe and like. I will give shout-outs
Table
to
16 with the mozzarella sticks.
Table 16 with the sticks. They need some extra marinara sauce. Let's go. We had some nice people sharing the show. I believe Ron Bennington and Anthony Cumia both shared the show, and got to thank them both because that was very cool. They're digging the live spot, so I thank them both. That was really awesome, and that'll do it. We'll be back here next week at the live the Dojo of Comedy, Morris Plains, New Jersey. Thank you, Mike, again for this. For Robert, for Roy Harter, I'm Davey Mac. Good night, everybody.